Hello, and welcome to the Exalted Empress Tarot. My name is Tiana. I am the Empress, and I am so very excited to have you here today. If this message found you, it absolutely was meant for you. We are doing a wild deck card reading. Now, if you have not heard of that before, it's because I made up that name. I'm experimenting with something and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I hope you guys have fun with me. I have taken 3 tarot decks and made them into what is essentially an impossibly large deck. And I will be using these decks to get a message and we'll channel. Ooh, oh wow. As you can see, this is going to be a little fun to figure out how to actually shuffle, but we're going to do it together, okay, guys? We're going to channel a message for the collective on whatever spirit wants to tell us right now. So, if you're ready, I'm ready. Oh, and real quick, there is a crackling fireplace background right now. I do and I don't wish that I had a crackling fireplace. It's summer, so it might be a little toasty at this point, but I hope you don't mind the ambiance. And other than that, Spirit, guide us. What message do me and the collective need to hear right now? Are you ready? I hope everyone who is watching is ready because I'm ready. I've been thinking about this, pop into my head. Okay, we got a bunch from the same deck. We have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. This is the 6 of Cups in reverse and the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And the 5 of Wands upright. How about this, guys? Is this still in view? Okay, it's cutting it close. Let's skip it. Let's situate everything this way. Let's do 3 lines. How about that? We'll do 3 lines, and then we'll sit with it, and we'll see what Spirit wants to tell us. This wild card. Ooh, message. 9 of Swords. 2 of Cups, Lovers. Interesting. And the 8 of Pentacles. Huh. Okay. It's also not lost on me. There's a whole deck that's not really showing up. Okay. We have room for one more row. Also, my microphone is making it in an appearance. And you get to see how Mildred, get off of the... Oh my god. Okay, it's still recording. Sorry, she is a little bit of a booger. Okay. Surprised we're not getting all 3 decks in here. We have the 8 of Pentacles, Page of Cups. Let's see. Of course, we didn't get an even number because why would that happen? Oh, we have 4 cards. We have Ace of Cups, 7 of Wands, the Devil, and the 8 of Cups. Okay. Let's sit with this for a second so that I can fully channel this. Page of Pentacles. there. Okay, so we're going to start from the top down. We're going to go top, over, over that way until we get to the bottom. So, what I am getting here is in the front, just the first row, okay, is that there's some sort of project that's not working out. There's some sort of project, I don't know. Why am I lying? Okay, this is either a business project, or I'm getting for some of you that this is like a house project, right? Like you have some sort of, we really wanted to, I don't know, redo the cabinets, right? And then redoing the cabinets turned into, let's redo like the whole house. And now it's a whole mess, you know. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting for some of you. But more importantly, with this first row, I'm getting that some sort of project is just stalled. And I'm saying that because we have the Page of Pentacles in reverse, which is telling me that some sort of idea, some sort of project, maybe, business or financial, isn't quite like we either weren't doing it, we didn't actually do it, or it's not working. When we have the Six of Cups in reverse, that to me says we're not letting go of something either when we should have. Well, we didn't let go of something we should have, and we may still just be holding on to it. So either it's gone now, but we held on to it for too long, or we're still holding on to it. It's just like lingering. You also have the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is a very independent person. Okay? She's just, it doesn't have to be a woman, but, the figure of the Queen of Pentacles, doesn't really need help. And I'm getting here that either someone was fiercely independent to the point where, like, they were not taking advice. Like, they just did not care. You could have told them anything, and they would not have done that thing. So we either have someone, like I was saying before, who is just not taking advice or help from anyone, giving a little bit of too fiercely independent energy. I'm not saying I know anything about that. I'm just saying the person involved in the situation. It may be you. It may be your partner. And I'm truly getting this as like a two-person or a two-party. It could be two-group like situation where, or there's two camps if this is in business, where like camp A believes whatever, camp B believes whatever. And some of these people, one of these cases was just like, we don't need advice, we don't need help, we know what we're doing. And it has to do with finances specifically that affected both parties. So it wasn't a situation where someone was like digging their own whatever. It was that money was involved that affected both parties. And even if both parties were wrong, what I'm seeing here is like the bigger effect was that one party was like, well, I don't need you. And it's like, well, maybe you don't need me, but like this particular project involves both of us or both groups. And that led to a fight, our constant butting of heads. The Five of Wands is a little bit different than the Five of Swords. For those of you who are a little bit familiar with tarot but may still not know the difference between those two. So The Five of Swords, like a quick difference I would say between that and the Five of Wands, is the like ferocity behind those kind of arguments and those kind of fights. So, yes, Five of Wands, there's a butting ahead. I wouldn't say it was so serious that we're thinking, like, why do I talk to these people? Why do I even consider these people anymore? Like, they're not my friends kind of situations. I would say this is more of just like, it was a constant annoyance until we started to realize that things were not working out in our favor and didn't quite make sense. It just got to a certain point where it was like, oh my God, we're actually losing money, or we're not making money, or we've started this project and we don't have enough to finish the project, whatever it is. It just got way out of hand. And I'm seeing that now people are starting to are just now starting to realize the consequences of kind of like butting heads and not really finding that solution before. And this is on both sides, by the way. Yeah, this is for both. And I'm feeling like this Five of Wands did, in fact, break up that partnership. No, I'm not saying it. I don't feel like it's love that broke up in this case. So if you're in a romantic partnership and you've been having difficulties, I don't feel like this is like a breakup in that sense. But if it's platonic, I feel like maybe, we're not doing that project together anymore. Like it's just, even if it didn't completely fail, it wasn't going in the right direction, and so it's kaput. And I think both parties with the Nine of Swords is feeling the weight of what happened, and isn't really too happy with the way things went. Which, interesting though. And all the cards that we have here, right? I have 3 decks. We get both the Two of Cups and the Lovers back to back like this. And what's even more crazy is that it's in the same deck. It's not even like it's the Lovers and the Two of Cups from separate decks. The Lovers is pretty self-explanatory. For those of you who do not know, the Two of Cups is also a relationship card in the tarot, okay? And for certain people, a lot of people actually like the Two of Cups more for relationships than the Lovers. I'm not in that camp. I like the Lovers for love for obvious reasons. Also, the seahorse is very cute. But I think both are substantial cards as far as signifying romance. And not that that's going to fix the money situation, right? But what I'm seeing is like that project that didn't go well is going to go kaput. But we're taking care of ourselves out of that. And taking ourselves out of that project, even if the overall problem isn't solved, is what's going to lead to either something else coming in or something becoming stronger. I don't know. You tell me in the comments. I'm getting the feeling as if a lot of people listening to this are already partnered. And so like some new love coming in doesn't really make sense, right? But I'm getting with the Two of Lovers that like things are going to get a lot better now this project is out of the way and isn't distracting people. That's what I'm getting out of this. And then right afterwards, oh wow, I didn't realize this. You actually have the Eight of Pentacles upright followed by the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Very interesting. Why would you have the same card? Huh. Oh, you know what? Probably because the situations are different for both of you. Yeah. I'm getting that you're going to move forward, but I think that I don't think you're, unless you're the people who have a project going on at home that you guys were working on together. For all of you who it's not like you and our partner like doing a home improvement project, um, for anyone that is, they broke away, that was a separate thing, that's going to leave room for you to focus more on your relationship. And I think that also is going to allow you to start building for yourself financially, and you're going to start seeing a lot of growth for yourself. But I think your partner's like not going to see any significant growth. There may be a little bit of bitterness about that. Not that I'm sensing it's anything serious. That's the only card that's dealing with that. But what I am seeing with that is just maybe, let's not be too boisterous when it comes to, oh my God, I have all these things going on and it's so great and I'm so glad off that group because now I'm like a quadrillionaire. Like, maybe let's like not say all of that. That's a lot. And I don't know. Especially seeing you like bounce so dramatically from one situation to the other, it may be a lot. They may be sensitive to it. I can see that. It may not be like the most noble thing, but I could see why someone would feel that way. For those of you who are listening and are like, I am not partnered, that is not my situation, I got you. Okay, so we then have our Page of Cups, which in fact is new love coming in. So if you were listening to all of that and you were like, ugh, enough with the couples, it's okay. I have cards for you too. We have a lot of cards that we can go through right now. And so with the Page of Cups, I have that new love is coming in for you once you kind of get settled with the financial situation. I do see that if you're on your own, you may just see a lot of like big ups and maybe not big downs, but big ups and then like plateaus where it's just kind of like weird. And that's just because, your money was in something, a project that wasn't going to work. And so once you get out of it, you have extra cash, which is great. You can start saving that up and be excited about it, and things may just happen. It just depends, right? If you just like go extra spending, and honestly, if it's your extra cash, yes, you should be saving and whatnot. But if that's all settled, there's nothing wrong. With a little bit of retail therapy, as long as it's a little bit. Let's not get crazy. I am not here to tell you to go get crazy with your finances, okay? That's not what we're doing here. And then with the Page of Cups and the Ace of Cups, I see that as a strong indicator that new love, again, if you are single, may come in. And then with the Seven of Wands, I'm seeing that love is coming in and other people may see it and they may be jealous. That's just what I see. The Seven of Wands is in fact jealousy and or feeling like you have to defend your spot, feeling like you have to push people back from what you have. And so if you're in a new love situation, this person is going to be someone who a lot of other people are after, or people around you who know you, who may not be the people you are closest with, but people may be a little upset that you're finding happiness maybe before them and that kind of thing. Same old song and dance. Shame that people still have to do that at this point, but what can I say? I think we all are aware that it happens, unfortunately. So then we have the Devil and we have the Eight of Cups. I do not like these together. I feel like it's saying that there's some sort of like dead weight individual around you that you need to let go of, and I don't know if you are or not. Let me take out some cards. Let me see if we get away from this individual. You should, by the way. But I think you already know that, right? For those of you who don't know, I just realized I didn't explain it. The Devil card, how much do I need to explain that the Devil card is not a good card? I shouldn't say it's not a good card. There are no good or bad cards. They just tell us what's going on. But the thing with the Devil card specifically is it has to do with like toxic relationships and addiction and being trauma bonded, and this sort of thing. So it's something that we have to get through, and we like to see the Devil card in reverse or followed by like a I am bouncing type card, which Eight of Cups kind of is, but I'm just getting this feeling of like who is this person? This to me feels like someone who you can't just like get away from. Spirit, can you tell me? Okay. A lot of this seems like a lot. This seems like a lot. Like, but I'm just gonna be real. This feels like a lot. If you were meant to get that card, you will see it again. I promise you. I have actually tried before. I got a weird grouping of cards, and one of them in particular, I'm like, I don't like this one. And I'm not kidding. I will get the same card again. So I truly believe if you're meant to get that card, it's in here. See, it's 5 of Cups. Sorry, 5 of Pentacles in reverse. We have Strength. We have 8 of Wands in reverse. Oh, we have cards going everywhere. We have a lot going on. I'm sorry, Page of Cups. Okay, we have a lot of cards that just came up on the floor. So I'm going just to take the ones that stood out to me. We have the Empress, the Knight of Wands. Okay, we're going to do this. We're going to do 3 of Wands, 6 of Wands. And there's like 4 more cards over here, but they came out either upside down, or sorry, not upside down, with the backs up, or they came obscured. So, let me make sure those are all in frame. Yes. Awesome. I know it seems like a lot. Okay, so the Devil, and this isn't going to be too much of a shocker for anybody, is going to be the person who's truly responsible for the project not succeeding. There's either a head person. I feel like there's a head person who's not directly involved with the project. So it may not be someone who had like decision-making power or was directly right there, like making decisions in the project. But I feel like with the devil, there was someone who was just toxic and people knew they were toxic or they were making really bad decisions in part of it. And like we know who this person is. When I say we, I mean you. But you know who this person is. And this person, with the Five of Pentacles in reverse, thankfully was not really able to like crush your finances. And that's either because you left or because the both parties kind of decided like this isn't working out, and kind of called it on your own. So you guys were able, Wildcard was able to leave before anything got too bad. And I think with the strength and the Eight of Wands in reverse, there's like a perseverance vibe going on, because upright, the Eight of Wands is speed. And strength over here, I feel like you're going to have to persevere through a slow time period. And to be honest, I mean, that's just how it is sometimes, right? Sometimes you have to go through things where it's just a rough time period. It's just a rough time period. And there's not really more you can do about it. You just have to kind of pull yourself up by your bootstraps in those times. And I don't even feel like it's that bad. I just feel like it's more of a lingering of knowing about the past situation. Like, just knowing that you went through that and that this person and that, like, money was involved. Like, it's just stressful and stressful to think about. With the Page of Cups leading to the Tower, and the Page of Cups being in reverse, I feel like there's going to be a moment where there's a possibility for rekindling of feelings, and then it's just going to fall apart with that person in particular, not with your finances or with the project that you may be part of or you may be still actively doing. I think the possibility is there for a little bit, and then something's going to just make it come crashing down. I don't know what that is at this time. I think maybe that can be our final question for this reading. But I do think that this person in this circumstance kind of lost contact with you, which is okay. I mean, this person was causing trouble for like a whole group because of that, then it's fine. Right. Especially if you're thinking about like what the devil represents. It's like, it's not a lot of good stuff. It's a lot of shadow work. Moving on from there, we have the Empress. And the nice thing about the Empress in after the Tower is it's about, you can just do, it's about divine femininity, and it's just like you can just like be within yourself. And you can just separate yourself from that situation and just wait for goodness and positivity to come find you. You don't have to go out there looking for it. That's what I see here. So I think you're in a very good position, even though these things they're probably gonna feel like they're happening around you instead of to you, which is great because that means you're very grounded and very centered. And this Empress, that's part of the Empress card message anyway, but it's also nice to kind of see that reflected. And I feel like this Empress feels very much at peace. Some of the other, or at least in the traditional tarot, I do not feel like the Empress in that card looks very at peace. I feel like she looks like she's been sitting in that chair for a very long time and she's just like stiff now. But I love this. This is a very relaxed image of the Empress. And then we have the Knight of Wands coming in. And then the Three of Swords. And then the Six of Wands. Okay. Or sorry, Three of Wands and then the Six of Wands. Oh, that's just like fire energy straight through. We have a lot of passion coming towards us. We have a lot of positivity coming towards us. And the Knight of Wands, specifically the Knight, is either someone coming towards us with a lot of passion, or passion project coming in, something we're passionate about coming into fruition. And with the Three of Wands, I see us being able to like plan for that. Like you're gonna get an idea for a new project, a new group, a new team, a new something, and it's gonna be like everything just falls into place very quickly. And then we have the Six of Wands. And the Six of Wands is a victory, and it's people noticing you for your efforts, what you've put in, how you've been doing things. If nothing else, it's a recognition, but it's also about victory. And I love that for you, by the way. True happiness is coming in. And I don't just mean that in romance, and even though this reading spoke very highly of, another person coming into your life and in a romantic sense, or your partner that you currently have, you and them having a stronger bond. But I think more importantly for the Six of Wands is that your efforts in this group, and then also with your new plan and everything, moving forward, like it will be recognized in some way. It will be recognized that you put a lot of effort in, that you have put a lot of effort in, and that you're a problem solver. And I think it's just really exciting to just know that people see you, and people see you do put in the effort you put in, even if you don't think that they do. People do see it. They just don't always congratulate it every single time that you do it, right? People who are constantly, like, actively seeking validation, something's going on there, even if they are putting a lot of work in. And if you are that person who like feels like they ask, it's also totally okay. We all have the thing that we do. Trust me, we all have the thing that we do. But in this case, I think you're going to get that recognition for all the work you've put in into trying to make things right. And I really like that for a stopping place, your victory in this situation. So I'm going to end this there. Thank you so much for sticking with this. If you got to the end with this experimental reading with me, if you liked it, please like this video. Or honestly, if you're not gonna like the video, put a thumbs up emoji in the comments so I know. Because I would love to keep doing these if people enjoy watching them. So yeah, I enjoyed this. I enjoyed my time with you. And thank you so much for being with me in the Exalted Empress Tarot. Like and subscribe. And I will see you next time, which is hopefully very soon. Bye.